We're Jenna and Jeremy, travelers, creators, and digital nomads.
As part of an exciting freelance gig, we spent 3 months in the stunning country of Iceland.
Follow our adventures as we explore more of this incredible planet Earth.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Quench Your Adventure. Now on to the good stuff. Fun facts: the USA is 95 times larger than Iceland. This small country comfortably fits inside the state of Colorado, but despite its small size, there's a lot to see here and planning is hard. Renting a car gives you lots of freedom, and renting a camper van gives you even more. For car rentals, we booked using our Chase Ultimate Rewards points, which you can learn more about in the description below. For our van rental, we used Go Campers Iceland, which has a location near the airport. I've ordered these hikes simply by location, working clockwise around the country. Depending on the conditions, these trailheads can mostly all be reached via a standard car, with the exception of Landmannalaugar in the Highlands, where you'll need 4-wheel drive. Before beginning our list, we're giving an honorable mention to the volcano trails on the Reykjanes Peninsula because we were lucky enough to visit during the Litli-Hrútur eruption of July 2023. If there are no active volcanoes during your visit, this would still be a very interesting area to hike around and see the volcanic landscapes. However, I'd encourage you to do the following hikes first. Some of them include cool volcanic topography, and then if you're still itching to see this area, you can stop before returning to the airport. It's the middle of July. We're at the Glymur Waterfall trailhead, about to go for the hike. I think it's a little over 4 miles, maybe 1,400 feet of climbing, something like that. 63 and sunny. Incredible. I'm wearing shorts for the first time.
It is the highest waterfall in Iceland, around 198 meters high.
What? That's 650 feet.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure recently my tour guide Thor said this is his waterfall. He used to live near it, and that technically it's no longer known as the highest waterfall in Iceland because they found another one that I think is pouring over some glacier. But anyway, one of the highest, should be beautiful. Let's see it. Check out all the beautiful invasive Alaskan lupines. We have reached the river that I think Glymurfoss is on. Check out the views. So there's a cave down there, there's some people in. The river down below, this cool rock that you can walk out on. It's not the way to go, it just gets out to overlook. Whoa, and it's got some sketchy spots, which you know I like. Let's see. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is cool. That is really cool. Wow, the flowers everywhere is just insane. Wow, look at that. That's beauty right there. Hey, we're not sure if the trail goes down there or if it actually goes through this cave. Let's take a look inside. Watch your head. Feels like it actually is supposed to go through here. I've got super view on to give you the wide perspective of the double cave here. Here's the river crossing. We've got this beam to help you cross. Actually, feels pretty good. That's really great they put that there. Whoa, check out this water slide. Time for the part of the trail where we climb some elevation. It's a little precarious with some loose rock. I've put a rope here. Here we have another long rope section. Our first look at the big falls in the distance. I'm up above the waterfall right now at the turnaround spot. So if you want to make this a round trip hike, it looks like I might have to cross this river. You could absolutely just hike the one side of the trail, east side, I think, but basically the right side as you're approaching, and have a great hike and turn around right there. I'm still kind of considering that, but I think it'd be fun to make it a loop. And I kind of think it'd be fun to take my shoes off and walk in the river. Check this out. There's some people over there. I know it's far away. Shoes are coming off. Oh, it is very cold, very uneven. Kind of feels good, but it's also way windier up top here. Cool to see the waterfall just spilling over the side there. That's where the big falls are. I've mostly just been hustling my way back down this other side. On all trails, it shows a few different options. I'm staying the one that's tightest to the river. Maybe it's the shortest, I don't know. But truly, I think the best views are from the other side. I'd recommend really just going up to the very top if you want to see that perspective, and going back down that same side. From this side, maybe even rockier, looser, no ropes on a few of the sketchy slidey parts. So yeah, that'd be my call.
Hello.
Hello, we stopped in Arnarstapi here on the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, and it was raining pretty bad. Really wanted to fly the drone more there than we did. We did a little bit and it started sprinkling. So we cruised around to Hellnar. There's a 2.5 kilometer trail between the two along the coast with a bunch of beautiful seabirds and green moss and lava rocks. And we're gonna show you what it's all about. The sound of the rocks falling back down the coast is so cool. Oh, I love that. Right next to the beach here, we've got this overhanging cave, and I actually see light coming through the back side of it. I wonder if we could get up there. Let's see, should we?
Jeremy.
Come on, let's see.
Jeremy.
There you go. I gotta watch my back. We're up. Whew. Wow. Okay, it's clear.
I don't want to hit my head. I don't want no rocks to fall on me. Scratch my back. Oh my golly geez.
So much quieter now that we can't hear the crashing waves nearly as much.
Something nice about silence.
What did you say?
It smells really stinky.
Like fishy poo-poo, is that what you said?
I guess the birds eat fish. They piss out fish.
Wow,
Stinky fish.
that is accurate.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Hey guys.
I wish I could fly. What's up guys, I am currently in Grundarfjörður on the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, and I'm at Kirkjufell Mountain, extremely popular photogenic mountain. You'll see shots of the waterfall with the cool like cone-shaped mountain in the background. Funny thing is, from all those photos, you can't actually tell that the main road runs right through or between the waterfall and the mountain. I always thought they were like closer, more connected. You can hike Mount Kirkjufell. It's just kind of sketchy. The trail is closed up until June 15th. Amazing how muddy it is. All Trails says this is only a 2.9 mile trail with about, I think, 1,400 feet of elevation gain. That's not that crazy, but I don't know if I'll actually make it to the top because of the danger. It is an extremely narrow trail apparently, leaves you very exposed, and it can also be extremely windy. In Iceland today is not so bad. I think gusts up to maybe 20, maybe a little less. Feels good now. And so we're gonna see how it feels, but most people are saying at the very top, if you really wanted to summit this thing, you should have a harness on and some kind of climbing gear, and maybe there are some pre-existing ropes up there that you could connect yourself into for safety, not to actually fall on, but in case you did fall. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm a good climber, but I'm not willing to take too big of risks, so I might not actually make it to the top. There's the mountain up there. It doesn't look so impressive from this perspective, but from the drone, it's awesome. And then from actually further away, I think it looks cooler. Definitely still really stunning. Here's a look the other way. Jenna dropped me off in the van. She's gonna go grocery shop, check out the town. Tons of these beautiful purple flowers on the way up, which apparently, rumor is, eating them helps make women more fertile. I think they make teas with them or something like that. Really nice basalt columns, I think, and just amazing views. This starts to give you an idea of how the steepness is increasing. Here's where things start to get a bit more interesting. Let me turn this around. It's always hard to show how steep something is with the GoPro wide angle and just being on ground level, I guess you could say. But we have a trail going up here, another one around the corner here. I think my option is to go up. I'm not tracking this on all trails, so I don't know how much I've climbed, but it's safe to say this is probably the fourth quarter. It's looking a little crazy. Something to keep in mind when you're climbing like this is that it is oftentimes easier to go up than it is to go back down. Not gonna lie to you guys, this one is pretty steep. I feel fine, everything has been manageable, just taking it slow, but it's spooky. I still haven't hit what I'm gonna deem my turnaround point yet, but seriously, if you're not confident doing this kind of stuff, I would urge you not to do it. Definitely come to Mount Kirkjufell. It's gorgeous, but admire it from a little lower. I found a rope. I'm assuming that's the way, but I don't know. The rope looks good. The knots in it are great, but I really hate to put all my weight on something that I can't see the top of. Don't really want to put my life on that. Here's the rope. It is extremely thick. And there are two people in front of me that I don't see anymore, which leads me to believe they went up this thing. Here's my body weight on it, and it totally feels great. The rope held, and as I climbed it, I decided to not fully trust it, to mostly climb, just using it as an assist here and there, and I'll do the same thing on the way down. It's tied around this massive boulder, which that doesn't seem to be going anywhere, at least anytime soon. A very thick rope. I went for it, but a little spooky. It's a good trail here, but it is just very, very exposed. I'm like using my hand on the side to brace just to be extra safe, especially while I'm videoing. Look at that beauty. How'd it go?
It was good.
Did you make it to the top?
I did.
Wow, you're crazy.
There's a couple spots it's like ropes for you to kind of enjoy.
Thanks. Rope number 2, a heck of a lot longer and more daunting. You can follow it down there, but it is secure. It's, you know, leaning enough that you can still make a lot of placements that help you feel secure. And wow, the views are insane. Okay, we have rope number 3, and I guess that's 4 over there. This one here looks slightly less sketchy. Definitely need to put the GoPro away. I made it! Wow, guys, that was intimidating. It feels so good to be on the top because it's mostly flat. I feel more secure up here than most of the way up. I can't believe it. It is gorgeous up here. So many yellow flowers. Couldn't have picked a better day, honestly. The wind is almost down to 0 right now, which is crazy considering I'm standing on the complete top of this thing. Can't get over it. Didn't think I'd make it up here. Tonight I'm doing something a little crazy. It's 10:30 p.m. I'm gonna hike Súlur Mountain here in Akureyri, Iceland. I've already hiked this mountain once, 2.5 weeks ago when I showed up here in Akureyri. I wanna hike it to capture what it's really like, sunset and sunrise in high summer in Iceland. Tonight, I believe the weather says that the sun will set around, I think, 12:48 p.m. and it will rise again at, I believe, 1:37 a.m. It will be nighttime for less than an hour, and it won't be very dark. I know this because I stayed up a few nights ago elsewhere, and I want to do it again and show you guys what it's like to be this close to the Arctic Circle in the north. The Súlur Mountain Trail is on all trails. They call it a point-to-point trail, and it says it's 3.5 miles. The sign says 5.4 kilometers one way, so in total, just over 7 miles. It says it's like around 2,800 feet of climbing. That's a lot of elevation gain. Any places along the trail can be a bit sketchy due to melting snow. You're walking in it for a lot of the trail, and muddy areas that potentially get even more saturated as snow continues to melt. And I'm hoping the trail has dried a lot since I did it last. It was quite muddy to the point where I was squishing into mud pretty much up to my laces. But the walking in the snow actually isn't so bad. I would pick that over the walking in the mud. But you do have to be careful where you're walking on snow that's frozen enough on the top, but it could be hollowing out underneath. I'm the only one out here, so I might not only have my shirt off, may have taken my pants off as well. I have 3 layers in my backpack for when I'm at the top. Could be windier. Here's a look at the trail. It looks really beautiful with the way it's cut in so nicely. Not all sections of it look quite this nice. It already looks a lot greener than last time. Cool, these snipes, really beautiful birds. Really nice mountains over there that this overlooks. I mean, just that right there is gorgeous. You don't have to hike far on this trail or at all to see beauty. You could just drive to the trailhead. About 46 minutes later, I am 2 miles into this trail, so more than halfway up. I'm actually gonna slow down a little bit and chill because I'm sweating, even though I'm looking like this. There is nobody out here. It is pure solitude and bliss. You can see down into the fjord. The direction that I came from looks awesome, the sky, and then you can see the direction that I'm going. I think you can actually walk further along that ridge. We've got a big snow patch. Let's hope that it's nice and sturdy and thick, and that there aren't any sections where that is running under it and hollowing it out up here. Trying to figure out the best place to cross. Maybe it's not here. Just came across there. Got a nice spot here. There you go. Midnight. 12 a.m. The sun has not yet set, and I am not yet to the top. That's actually not the top there. I'm really in no rush. It's just crazy to be out at this time. It feels pretty awesome though. Time for the snowiest section of the hike. We got a big chunk to pass through here. Everything seems fine though. It's packed in pretty tight. The slope isn't too crazy right now. Even though this is my second time doing this, it's easy to underestimate the climbing, especially at the end. You think you're close, and then you look up and still have that peak to climb. It's this kind of ground that I'm not so fond of. I just missed the really squishy part. But, oh yeah, like that. Where you just think it looks fine, and then you really squish into it. Oh gosh. There's an absolute calf burner, 45-degree angle. I have the camera pointing level right now, and you can see that slope. That's what I'm walking up, and it is, look at my feet. again where I came over what I thought was the last edge. So hiking for an hour and 37 minutes. I've gone 3.37 miles and I've climbed 2,669 feet. Woo! I'm at the top. I got this cool thing that someone had to carry up. I can at least tell you that this facing due north, and I'm at 1.144 meters, so 1,144 meters. I planned on being up here around 12:30. We got 12:22. Beautiful. Still, I think 20 minutes before sunset. You can't actually see the sun, but it's over there. The crazy thing is you would think that, oh, the sun sets in the west, so it'd be over there. Not exactly, because of how far north we are and the way the earth is tilted. It's gonna set right around there, and then it's gonna rise again, right? Just like that, pretty much. We've got this box thing here. What do we have in here? Maybe like a guest book or something. Weird to be sweating and then wanting to put my shirt on. Old papers that got wet and getting moldy, but there are writings in it here. Alberta, Canada. Some Icelandic people writing in here. Sigmundsdóttir. All right, well, I'm gonna put this back, but that is really cool. So I walked way further along the ridge line, just sat and ate another snack, and I can see the sun coming up already. It's been about an hour, and the middle of the night, this is about as dark as it gets in the summertime in Iceland. It's crazy. Here's a view looking that way. You can kind of see a little extra light over in that area. Here is the hyper view on the GoPro. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. 2:45 a.m. I'm gonna eat my last snack, drink some water, fly the drone one more time because the sun might peek over those clouds and give me some really nice light. And then I gotta get home, man. I gotta sleep, and then I gotta return this car rental at 9:30. So yeah, it's a weird one, but man, it's been fun.
Number 5, Stuðlagil Canyon. While driving here, know that the last section of dirt road is a bit sketchy, but we made it in our little SUV, and if you don't, there's another lot you can park in. It would just make for a longer hike. We did not video much along the trail, mostly just at the canyon itself. The hike is only about 3.3 miles total, with just a few hundred feet of elevation gain.
Looks like she has a tutu on. Look at that tutu.
Oh my god, you're brave.
I know, I'm questioning it.
Just be careful. Oh my gosh, your butt. Ah! Ah!
Oh my god. Good morning. I'm here in northeast Iceland at the Stórurð trailhead. I highly doubt I'm saying that right, but here's a quick look at it. It's gorgeous. We got some clouds in the sky. We'll see what it's like up there because I think that's kind of where I'm going. I don't really know for sure. It's about a 7.1 mile trail, about 2,000 feet of elevation gain. I'm not bringing the GoPro because I'm bringing the drone and the camera. Here we go. Hey guys, good morning. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful trail, a beautiful day to be out. Wow, look at you. Oh, you guys are scared. You and your tutu. Just out here, chilling, eating your grass. Number 7, Hengifoss Waterfall. We did not video much of the hike itself, but it's a moderate trail around 3.1 miles round trip with around 850 feet of elevation gain.
Look how pretty, but look how far. We're going to that waterfall, look. Oh my goodness. I see little people.
We hiked up the left side and down the right, but I don't think it makes much difference either way. There's a nice little parking lot, some decent bathrooms, and a small food truck here. There are so many spots to stop, do a 360, and just take it all in. I actually did this trail twice, just a few days apart in early July, so you'll see clips from both times with slightly different weather conditions. Hengifoss is the third tallest waterfall in Iceland. The colors are beautiful with the bands of red rock, dark grays, light browns, and the greenery throughout. Number 8, Landmannalaugar. Landmannalaugar. This area requires four-wheel drive to reach, and I visited on a day trip from Reykjavik with Bus Travel Iceland. Many people are here on longer multi-day hikes such as the Laugavegur Trail connecting Landmannalaugar and Thorsmork. I would have loved to do this, and I'm sure some would argue it's the best hiking in Iceland. Anyway, the main short loop here is just under 3 miles with 550 feet of elevation gain, and I ventured a bit further because I had just enough time to. Guys, I don't understand. It is brutally sunny and really warm, and I'm not complaining. It's just unexpected. But I really am sweating like crazy, and I should have worn shorts today. Normally you have a breeze to cool you down, but there's very little wind today, which is totally not typical Icelandic. Number 9, the Mýrdalsjökull Glacier. You can hike here from the Thakgil campground. The drive-in is stunning, and we had an all-wheel drive Dacia Duster on a dry day, so it was fun and easy to drive. I think at least a small SUV would be helpful on the bumpy road, but most cars would likely be okay on a good day. We stayed the night out here in a tiny cabin, and there's lots of room for camping as well. There are a handful of trails here, and you can ask the camp host if you need some pointers. I took the Mýrdalsjökull Glacier Trail on all trails, but I'm not certain the stats are accurate because it looks like the recorded trail ends before reaching the glacier, so just know it might be another couple miles longer than the listed 6.4 miles and a bit more climbing than the 1761 feet listed. It's totally possible to make this a loop trail, which I would have done had I started earlier. Well, I'm very close to the end of this trail and not feeling too hopeful that I'm going to get the views that I was hoping for. It's definitely a lot of fog. Still an epic hike. Seen only a couple people and it's great out here. But I can imagine if it was clear right now, I'd be seeing big chunks of glacier somewhere in the distance. This place is epic. I just need the fog to clear. I know you can't see much, it actually just got thicker, but there's a massive glacier straight ahead, water shooting down. I just fueled up the drone, I don't know why I said that like that, and hopefully it will clear enough to get a decent flight. Good morning. I got up a little after 6. The weather on my phone says it's 45 degrees, wind gusts up to 40. Supposed to get slightly less windy throughout the day. It says there's been 0 inches of precipitation in the last 24 hours, but today it will be 0. Well, I just got out of the car to start hiking and it already has started to rain. I'm hopeful to hike up this mountain here, Heimaklettur, Rock of Home. It's the highest mountain in the Westman Islands, formed by an eruption from underneath the ocean. It's 283 meters high, so 928 feet, and the oldest part of the island. The hike itself looks interesting. There's a huge wooden ladder, and it looks kind of sketchy and narrow and fun. But with how windy and rainy it is, maybe not the best idea. Well, it's now 8 p.m. Looks about the same as it did. It's been kind of raining just slightly off and on throughout the day. I haven't flown the drone, now gusting only around 30 miles an hour, and I'm hopeful I can get a few nice captures because this place deserves it, man. But dang, it's been harsh. Here we go, I'm getting winded. I'm almost up to the first ladder. The trail is pretty much just sand, volcanic ash, rock, and it's definitely loose and a little hard to hike up. This part should, I guess, be easier considering it's a ladder. Just looks a bit sketchy. Wood obviously gets wet. Look how dark this section of rock is. It's really, really cool. The cliffs are impressive here too. So it's feeling pretty much dry and the wind is not that crazy. I think I'm gonna try to put the drone up real quick. I'm putting away the drone stuff. That was so sick. Man, amazing flight. It stayed dry. The views are epic. And I saw that I'm gonna have some sheep to say hello to. Holy smokes. Almost to the top of this ladder. We got a friend right there. I don't know why I just approached me. I'm just standing observing it. That is incredible. Hey, buddy. Crossing the cross in Heimaklettur, carved in the rock just inside the placement of the sign. It is kind of hard to see because it's so old, but that is a cross. It's actually more like there. The oldest that has been discovered in Iceland. That is crazy. Potentially chiseled centuries ago by the Papar, Aromatic Irish monks. Wow. Not 10 minutes later, we got big raindrops coming down. Of course, those were the biggest raindrops I've seen all day. Now I'm sheltering in this cave. The fact that there's a tiny cave here is actually really, really clutch. I probably should have seen it coming, the rain, because like you can see everywhere here. And there's actually like no trees. But yeah, I'm actually dry in here because I'm really only in a few feet. Oh, yep, and still raining. It's not a bad place to be sitting, thinking about life. I'm back on the move. That little cave was right down there. Here's the wide view just on my phone. Made it up a bit higher. Man, it's pretty. Still some moisture in the air. You can see the low clouds right there. I still haven't figured out how the sheep actually get up here. And I am pretty dang curious. So you got this little grassy edge to walk out. Holy smokers, baby. That is gorgeous. What a place, what a world. I really want to put the drone up again too. I only have about an hour and a half of daylight left, so I'm on my way down. I didn't go up to the little guest house thing, but you can see it a little bit in this drone clip. I don't know what it is. It looks like just a solar panel and a tiny little spot to shelter if the weather gets crazy, and apparently there's a guest book you can sign. Bye to my friends on the way down. I just still don't know how you guys get up here. I'm gonna really look on my way down to see, like maybe somehow up that green, but you guys are cute. The ladder here, it's pretty much straight down, and then the car down there. So there is a small parking area, which is nice. Thank you all so much for watching my top 10 hikes in Iceland, some spectacular places that I'm so thankful to have explored. Please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more travel videos. See ya!